to start for Miami. David Peterson. What should we keep an eye on here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And it remains 2-2. Got him. 1 out. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Dalton Varsho. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. Peterson,
yep, that ball
with
went
a
out.
Stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. And that one hammered. Stowers hauls it in for the out. 2-away down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Sliced hard but foul. Two down, nobody on. Ground ball, left side, and it goes just foul.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts, and right now it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
That's towards center. Marcy has a beat on it, and that's the 3rd out. We head to the bottom. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And on the mound for Kansas City in this one, Jeffrey Springs. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him? Digging in, Xavier Edwards. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. 2-1 now. That's inside.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Challenge from behind the dish here, and the call stands. It was indeed a ball. Still one challenge left for them. Right through there for a strike. Step off, throw to first.
No,
and he's back in easily. Rudder takes off. Ripped to short. Witt over to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. And time now for the Marlins lineup. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Heriberto Hernandez. So now, with 1 away and a man at second, Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Line drive, that's a base hit. Coming home, fires it to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, it was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You had a run. They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Out towards right center field. Out number 2.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Kyle.
So digging in, Kyle Stowers.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it falls. And now 2 aboard. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe 2.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground.
Nope, that's foul.
And that's just foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he went around. Not an easy call there, but top of the second. Here's the Royals' designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton launched a homer in his most recent game. The 1-1. Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
You know who had the longest stretch of time between 3 homer games? It was Reggie Jackson, who only did it twice in the regular season. Once in 1969 at 23 years old, and again in 1986 when he was 40. Amazing.
Stanton aboard here at first with nobody out. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Here's Lopez for 1. Onto O'Hearn, 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Royals bats are quiet there. They're down 1-0. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. Strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And he can't make the play. The flip, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. The 1-1. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Here's a 1-2.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row. Five foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Check swing. He went. That is strike 2. Breaking ball, and that got him.
That got him.
The batter, number 9.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Ball.
Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second.
And there he's safe.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they succeed.
Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. Lopez scores, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Nope. That's inside.
Set down on strikes. They limit the damage here. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. And it's 2-zip. Back here in Miami, on to the third inning. Dalton Varsho steps in for the Royals. The 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ball.
He goes down looking. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Ripped on the ground to second. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. 2 outs, base is empty. Peyton Wilson steps in for the Royals. On the ground to third.
Oh, that's foul.
And that's a foul ball. Another 1-2. On the ground to third. On to O'Hearn. Royals set down in order. It's the Marlins 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Ryan O'Hearn. Late with the swing there. Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Reed Hoskins.
This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A gigantic blast, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
One down. Kyle Stowers now at the plate. There's a swing and a drive. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. So up next, Jacob Marcy. Man at second. That one is absolutely belted. Should be extra bases. Stowers around third. In comes the run from second.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side. Fed it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Went with the sweeper for the strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Laser, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and the lead is up to 5.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job.
Pitching change here, number 38. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. And up next for Miami, Otto Lopez. 1-1 now. And he swings through that one. He's in the top 10 for most stolen bases in baseball right now, Siggy. You can't ignore him when he gets on base. Just a slow ground ball this time. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. Back here at Lone Depot Park as we go to the top of the 4th. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. This one in the air, center field. Marcy on the move, and there's 2 down. Here's Adley Rutschman. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Popped up, Edwards. And that is that. Royals go down 1-2-3. Back here in Miami, now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. In the air, out towards right center. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman, number 1, Connor Norby.
That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. Out of here. A shot to the opposite field. His 7th home run of the season. And they add a run. It's 6-0.
That fastball wasn't even in the zone, and he was still able to hit it out. Wow. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Varsho takes it in for the out. 2 down. And here is Hoskins. Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
Nope.
Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Bounced up the middle. And that's the inning. Marlins add another with the solo shot. We played 4. We go to the top of the 5th. So here's the Royals DH, Giancarlo Stanton. And a 1-1. drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. Giancarlo Stanton blasts one out to the opposite way. His 7th home run of the season. And they're on the board. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
So a man at first. Now, Michael Garcia. Here's a 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Here's a 1-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
The Fish leading by 5, and we're at the top of the 5th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they're now out of challenges. Santander, the runner at first with 2 gone. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now here is Peyton Wilson. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. The Royals get a run. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. The 2-1. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball. You know, these Marlins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Missed with a changeup. Full count now.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho on his way over. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
That one ripped, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Headed for the plate. He will score. It's 7-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
Man at second. And a big swing and a miss. Chop to the left side. Garcia slings to first in time.
The batter, number 6.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Line, and that's a base hit. coming home. The throw in. Now a dive for the tag, and he gets it. Bang, bang play, and the inning is back in the ballpark. Let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Here's a 2-2. Sets him down on strikes. Strikeout number 8.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Swings through that one out in front that time. The Marlins up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Got him! Ricky Holiday with the call.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one, and
there comes a skipper out of the. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Jalen Beeks. He's pitching on 2 days rest. This one in the air, center field. Marcy should have this one, and that is that. KC down in order. They're down. Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. 1 away.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman number 1, Connor.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Singy's currently the team leader in runs batted in. Smoked on the ground a second. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Marlins.
2 down, bases empty. Ryan O'Hearn digs in now. Line drive, and it goes just foul. Popped up left side. Witt under it. That is the inning. Miami down. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Royals, the left fielder, number 25, Anthony Santander.
Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. And the count now even up. Got him looking. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Michael Garcia.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And that drops in for a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Marcy coming on. Makes the grab after a long run. And that'll do it. This one. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Eric Lauer.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. So now 1-2 to Reese. That one hammered center field. Going back. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time.
The left fielder, Kyle.
Here's the left fielder, Kyle Stowers. And now 1-2. Lauer fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitter. That one ripped right center field, and in one hops the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
That clips the corner.
But although you like the fact that guy throws strikes, guy gets contact, and not always great contact, the fact that when you have runners on, if that ball's in play, there's still a good chance that a run gets pushed across, whether it's earned or not.
Varsho takes it in for the out. That's out number 2. Command in the zone is such a crucial part of it, right?
You know, it's not just throwing strikes, but it's throwing quality strikes. It's having quality misses as well. What's a quality miss? Missing just off the plate rather than over the plate.
In the dirt. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing, and he popped it up. That is the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Well, these Royals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Got him. One gone here.
Really nice execution of the cut fastball right there. Similar to how you might throw a 2-strike slider, start it middle away, let it break and take over that outside corner of the plate. But sometimes with a cutter, you just don't know how much it'll move. I think he's good, and I think he was also a little lucky right there.
Got the bat going too soon, and strike 2. Good eye in that spot. The Royals with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Here comes a 3-2. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
Back to the top of the order, and the batter now, Vinny Pasquantino. Here's a 1-1. That one fouled off. And now it's 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over.
For the Marlins, number 65, Ryan.
On the ground right side. And a foul ball. Two on, one out. Got him swinging. Next is the Royals catcher, Adley Rutschman. That one close, ruled a ball. 2-1. That's a little bit low. Next offering is fouled back. 2 on, 2 outs. In the air to left center. Stowers coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And now for the Marlins, Heriberto Hernandez. The 1-1 is fouled off. Liner caught it second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
The batter, number 9.
So back to the top of the order. Now it's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Ball, that's out.
High fly ball out to left field. Santander under it. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. 9th inning coming up. The Fish. Back here in Miami. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Giancarlo Stanton. Gusto in his 3rd season. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a cutter, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And a good start to the inning. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Norby. Here's Edwards for 1.
He's
but
safe.
Safe at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Up next for the Royals, the 3rd baseman, Michael Garcia.
And next up for the Royals, Michael Garcia. The 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Royals down to their final out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Gusto is just 1 strike away. On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins take this one. From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, the show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Miami Marlins. And today's starting pitcher, David Peterson. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man. Not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. On a bounce right side. Throws to first in time. One out in the top of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Brandon Marsh.
Yeah, he's been swinging it really well over the last few weeks, man. An OPS over 900 last month. He's put the team on his back, just carrying these guys. Definitely the guy you want up there right now, especially when you need a big swing of the bat.
The 2-2. Ripped on a line to center. That's out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And on the hill for the Phillies, Andrew Painter. What do you look for here? Digging in, Xavier Edwards. Here's a 1-1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
This one in the air, center field. And there's one down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Liam Hicks.
Well, this guy's been hitting the ball out of the park. He's really making every at-bat count for something. An on-base percentage just under 500 over his last 10 games.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. The relay, but he's in there easily.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
2 down.
Batting fourth, the first baseman,
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back here in Miami, Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. At the dish, top 5 in RBIs, and he's not slowing down, Singy. Basically part of the grounds crew the way he clears the bases.
Yeah, he's got that clutch gene, and apparently it comes with a very generous RBI bonus.
Stowers takes it in for the out. One away.
The left fielder, number 30, Rob.
Ball to strike. Not
That's
just
ball
far,
two.
but loud singing. Everything seems to jump off his bat.
Yeah, Boog, when he connects, the ballpark turns into a souvenir shop. That home run total just keeps on climbing. What did Eric Young used to say? Souvenir City.
And down on strikes. 2 down.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Trey Turner at the plate. And a rope into center field, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Second inning here, no score. And that is downstairs. And it's 2-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. The 2-2 on the way. Almost got him.
3-2, 2-out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Line drive and a base hit right there. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. At the plate, Otto Kemp. The 1-1. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Swing and he popped it up. And that's the 3rd out. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Heriberto Hernandez. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting 6, the catcher, number 34, Leah.
Off the
Oh,
plate,
that's out.
and it's 2-1. Fastball for a strike.
What do you got?
Checks his swing. Appeal down to 3rd. Nope, he held back. Payoff pitch. So a walk puts runners at 1st and 2nd.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Here's the center fielder, Jacob Marcy. Check swing, went around. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Time call.
I'm out.
And a 1-2. That one kicks away from the catcher. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
And Chris, his home run numbers this season are good enough to rank him in the top 10 in the league. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
2 on, 2 outs. On the ground, Rengifo tosses to 1st, and that will end the inning. So they strand a pair. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. On the ground to the left.
Foul ball.
And it goes just foul. The 1-2. Got him. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Top of the third, no score. Chopped left side. And
nope, that's foul.
Foul ball. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Home half of the third coming up. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. The 1-1. That clips the corner. On a line. And there's one down.
Up next with the Marlins, the third baseman, Holly.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Ref Snyder settles under it. 2 up, 2 down. And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers.
The left fielder, Kyle Stowers.
2 down, nobody on. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. On to the fourth, still scoreless. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 2. Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Here comes Schwartz to the plate. This one in the air right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swung on, belted. See you later. So he blasts one out the other way. The Phillies score first. It's 2-0. Singy, that's his 50th career homer.
50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
1 down. Trey Turner with a chance now. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Marcy takes it in for the out. 2 away down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 down, nobody on. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. But the Phils get 2 on this blast. And it's 2-zip. This is NL East baseball here on MLB The Show. Back here in Miami, and now for the Marlins, Ryan O'Hearn. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. Out of here. Ryan O'Hearn goes deep. Home run number 5 on the season, and they're on the board. It's 2-1.
Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
Way outside, ball 3.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Out towards right center field. Nimmo on his way over. He's got it. And that's the 1st out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Liam Hicks.
That's out.
Swing and a bouncer,
Foul.
but it kicks foul. In the air to left center, Refsnyder on his way in. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. The 1-1. And that one fouled off.
That's a ball.
That missed by a lot. Full count now. Rip to right, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So now here's the DH, Connor Norton. Misses off the plate. Yeah, that's ball 2. Now a quick throw to first, and he's back in there. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. High chopper to 3rd, and that chance handled. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitch. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Kyle Backus.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Line drive, base hit. Runner around 3rd. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from 2nd. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied. First and 2nd, 2 outs. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. 2 on, 2 outs. Line drive, that's a base hit. Here comes the runner. Fires to the plate. He's safe as he gets his hand in. 3-2, they take the lead.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
2 on, 2 outs. Time asked for at the plate prior to the 2-1 pitch. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Two down. To the right side, Kemp. To first, inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We've played 4. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Ready now for the 5th inning. Otto Kemp stands in for the Phillies. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. Struck him out looking.
Well, that's almost just not fair with that pitch. I mean, until the very last second, looked like it was going to be well in off the plate, but the arm side run brought it right back to catch the inside corner. Tell you what, frustrating as a hitter, you give up on the pitch. I honestly don't know what you're supposed to do with that as a hitter other than just tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So the Philly batting order turns over. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Gets him to chase after that one.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Snags it on the run. And that is that. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They're down 3-2. Jonathan Bolden into the game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And a 1-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Marsh takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ryan O'Hearn. This one in the air, center field. Marsh takes it in for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Marlins, the right fielder, number 13, Heriberto Hernandez.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 1-2 here. This one in the air, right field. That one is foul, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on.
That's ball 2.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Good job to fight that one off. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat. And here's the catcher, Liam Hicks. The 1-1. And there's a foul ball. One-two now. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next for the Marlins, the center fielder, Jacob Marcy.
2 on, 2 outs. In the dirt, blocked. The 2-1. That's a laser base hit. Hernandez around third, and he's out.
Right there. See there.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Bang, bang play at the plate right there. Outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw.
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. Hit hard, should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And that takes the inside corner. Fights it off. You'll see another. And it's second.
Ball, that's out.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. Swing and a ground ball, and it's just foul. That was close. Got him looking for the strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second, and Kyle Schwarber will come up. A 1-1. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. 1-2 now. Wild pitch. Catcher gets a piece. And it'll be first and third now after that miscue. And on the wild pitch, down to third goes the tying run.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left fielder, Rob.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. David Peterson departs, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. New arm out of the bullpen, Anthony Bender.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that one a little below the knees. And the count is even, 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. One down, Phillies down a run. And that's a strikeout looking. Huge strikeout there.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Up steps Trey Turner in a pivotal spot. 2 on, 2 outs.
What do you got?
Swing, appeal to first. No swing, just held it back there. That one misses,
down.
and it's 3-2.
That's a really good take.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Phillies leave a couple. They trail it 3-2. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brad Keller.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Bottom of the sixth, Connor Norby steps in, and when there are ducks in the pond, he brings them home. I mean, look at this graphic, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, he's one of the best in the league with runners in scoring position. Total gamer, produces when needed most.
And he starts the bottom of the sixth with a double.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Now this one gets away from the catcher. And the runner holds. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and one gone.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Back to the top of the Miami order, and now it's the switch-hitting second baseman, Xavier Edwards. The 1-1.
Ball, that's it.
Activity in the bullpen. Orion Kerkering, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the sixth. That was the
Ball
sweeper,
three.
but it missed. Line drive to short and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Man on second, 2 down.
Ball, down.
That's towards center. Marsh should have this one. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for Miami, but they still lead at 3-2. Top of inning number 7. And now for the Phillies, Luis Rengifo. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Hit hard on the ground to short. On to O'Hearn. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Outside.
Ball, that's just out.
And a count 2-1. Inside
ball
just
3.
Missed. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
The Fish holding on to a 1-run lead here at the top half of inning number 7. And Gary Sanchez at the plate. Next offering is fouled back. The 2-2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Looking to get the tying run on base. Two now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And that one is lifted in the air. Stowers moving under this one. And that'll do it. Phillies down in order. And it's still a 3-2 ball game.
Now pitching for
Orion Kerkering will take over here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, left field. And it's just foul. Stays alive. Swing and a ball popped up. Sanchez gets under it. One down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan O'Hearn. That smash towards center. Marsh on the move, reaching for it and brings it in.
up next for the Marlins, the right fielder, number 13, Heriberto Hernandez.
2 down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle. Kemp. And that is the inning. Miami down. Back here in Miami, ready to begin the 8th. Brandon, manager out of the dugout. New pitcher for the Marlins, Danny Coulombe.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here. Everyone here understands just how quickly things could change.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Now it's the right fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Popped in the air, left field. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Relay throw home. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. It's 3-3.
Productive at that for sure right there. Nice sac fly, ties up the ball game, and now they've got a Wolfball way to go ahead.
That one fouled off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're at the top of the 8th.
Ball, that's inside.
Next pitch is downstairs.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That one is hammered right field. Carrying well. And that's a home run into the upper deck. Kyle Schwarber with a rocket. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 4-3.
You're not going to be able to wipe the smile off his face for a while, Boog. He just changed the game.
Now here is Rob Refsnyder. 2 down, nobody on. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. Back here in Lone Depot Park. And now for the Marlins, Liam Hicks. Next pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Joan Duran. The closer is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Banks warming up as well. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1, any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string.
Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove.
No,
he makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they don't get the out. 1 out, man at first. Now here's the Marlins DH. Connor Norton over to first, and he's saved.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Ball to strike. The pitch. That one kicks away from the catcher. That's a wild pitch, and the tying run moves into scoring position. So the tying run at second. In the air, right field. Nimmo coming on. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
The batter number 6.
Manager out of the dugout now. So they turn to their closer, Joan Duran.
And he may only have to face 1 batter in this spot. At least that's what they're hoping as he tries to strand that runner at third. Big spot here.
Here's a 1-1. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2 spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Just a slow ground ball this time. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. So a job well done from the Philly bullpen that time. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 4 and the Marlins 3. This is NL East baseball here. Back here in Miami. All set to start the 9th in this one. Trey Turner stands in for the. There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Luke Weaver. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Fouled off left side. Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. 1 out, man at first. And now Otto Kemp. Quick move to first. And Turner's back in. Weaver, a 6'2 righty. He features a 4-seam fastball. Turner runs. And a foul ball. Runner goes again. Gets under and pops it up. Edwards in position. And there's 2 away.
Up next to Philadelphia, the catcher, number 99, Gary Sanchez.
Down to first, and a pitch out, but nothing going on. But he's safe. The count 2-1. Just missed. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. So that removes their last challenge. Runner on the move. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. It's got a chance. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. One left for Philadelphia, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Last chance for the home team. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. One-run game, bottom 9. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Out towards right center field. And there's one away. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Pitch hitter coming on, Miguel Andujar. Looking to start something with 1 gone. The Phillies trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Rip towards third. Slinging it to first in time.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Marlins down to their final out. Now the left fielder, Kyle Stowers.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him if he feels better about his off-speed.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the 9th.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
This one in the air, center field. Marsh settles underneath it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies hold on to win it.
We just pray that we get old.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Houston Astros. First pitch coming. Ready to go. Xavier Edwards now at the plate. Here's a 1-1. That's smacked on a line to center. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one down.
Batting second, first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn.
The 2-1. That one missed.
Ball.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line.
That's a foul ball.
And foul ball. That's a walk.
Buffalo,
Went with another
take your
changeup but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner on at first with one gone. Kyle Stowers, the next
Ball.
up for the Marlins. That's ripped into the outfield. It bangs off the wall. Relay throw to second, and in there with a double off the wall.
Batting fourth, catcher, Leon.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Tap to first. Walker. There for the
He's
out.
out of there.
Runner scores from third.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Connor Norby.
Now here is Connor Norby. On a line. And that's the third out. A run, a hit, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the first. And getting the start for Miami, David Peterson. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris. Digging in, Isaac Paredes. High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. Gone into the Crawford box is a home run. A solo shot. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Right side, Edwards. To first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now we check out the Astros lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Jake Myers. And here comes Carlos Correa. The 1-1. Misses
Ball.
just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. Still 2 challenges left for them. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the third and final game of the series. On the ground. And that one handled. Whips it to first. Fine play in the hole for the out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Right fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Tied up here in the early going. And he swings through that one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one. Back here in Houston, and now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. Ripped to right. And there's one down.
Batting seventh, right fielder, Heriberto Hernandez.
Ball.
Close
Ball.
one, doesn't get the call. Ball 3. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Now all even up. And they'll do it again. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Home run number 5 on the season, and the Marlins jump out in front. It's 2-1.
How in the world did he manage to hit that one out? It wasn't even in the strike zone. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Two and one now. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off. And now they've got some speed on.
Runner on the go. Pitch outside.
That's the ball.
And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just...
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Lopez around third, and they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You had a run.
1 out, runner at second. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Swing and a miss as he was out front. 1 out and a runner at second here at the top of the second.
Ball.
His stolen base numbers this season are good enough to put him top 5 in baseball, Siggy. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with...
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Fires it to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. And they're up by 3.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
That's the ball.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. In the air to left center, Alvarez on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 away.
Up next for the Marlins,
Kyle Stowers will hit next. Man at second. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead by 4. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Did he go?
Didn't go. Man on second, 2 down. Now a rip into left center. Should be extra bases. And that'll kick off the base of the wall. Runner from second scores as they add on. And in at second with an RBI double.
Well done. Drives in the run. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap.
Astros go to the pen, and here comes Spencer Arrighetti.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Altuve handles it. Throws to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. The 1-1. And a foul ball. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at bat alive.
Got him. One away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Throws to first in time. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Two down, nobody on.
That's the ball.
There's a swing and a drive. That one's carrying. And that's going to bang against the wall. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And this is going to be a 2-out triple.
Everything came together for him. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
That's the ball. That's down.
And
ball.
Foul ball. Out towards left center. Stowers should have this one. And that ends the inning. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. This one in the air, center field. Myers under it. 1 away. Now it's the right fielder, Heriberto Hernandez.
Right fielder, Heriberto Hernandez.
There's a strike. Slice to right. It gets down, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Marlins, shortstop Otto Lopez.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's 7-1.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that dot.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Here's a 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Oh, that hit him. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
The 2-1. Foul ball. The 2-2 on the way. And that one almost hit him. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Man at first, Ryan O'Hearn. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw,
Hey,
save.
throw.
Well, I'm sure that still will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Alvarez settles under it, and that'll do it. They get back here in Houston as we go to the last of the third.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that pitcher work to get you out.
Popped up. Paulie has a beat on it. One down. So the Houston lineup turns over. Isaac Paredes digs in now. Next offering misses. 3 balls and a strike. Sliced hard but foul. Here comes a 3-2. Set down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
For the Astros, left fielder,
2 down, nobody on.
Alvarez.
Ripped towards third. Long throw to first. And that is that. Nothing doing there. Back here in Houston, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
And a 1-2. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one is off the wall. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now Liam Hicks. There's a line drive to left field. One away. One out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Man at second. This one in the air, center field. Myers in position. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Marlins.
Stepping in, Jacob Marcy. In the air to left center. Myers on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Bottom of the 4th. And stepping in for the Astros, Carlos Correa. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. On the ground at first.
No, that's a foul ball.
And that's just foul. That to right. Hernandez drifts towards it. And there's 1 down. Next pitch
No,
is
that
outside.
missed. That's a ball.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. He got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Swing and a miss as he was late. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just a slow ground ball this time. Paulie over to first.
He's up.
And they get Altuve for the out. Back here in Houston. And now for the Marlins, Heriberto Hernandez. There's a line drive to left field. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the
The
Marlins.
Fish up big in this one. And we're at the top of the 5th.
That's a ball.
Check swing.
That's it.
He held
Ball.
up. Ball 3. Swing and a ball popped up. 2 down. Graham Paulie, the next up for the Marlins. That misses
Ball.
the zone. 2-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got his second double of the game.
Those plays are challenging for outfielders because of the chase to the ball. You know you have to do everything perfect just to track it down. Sometimes even that's not enough to make the catch.
That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Marlins leave 1, and it remains at 8. Back here in Houston, at the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. Next pitch is outside. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still 1 challenge left for them. The 3-1. Pulls that one foul.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. You've got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
For the Astros, center fielder, Jake Myers.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And that's a base hit. And a man aboard.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's a 2-2. Good job to fight that one off.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one.
Lopez. Here's Edwards for 1. Back to first, and it's over his head. So the lineup flips over. And next is the designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. Oh, and a nice sliding stop. Onto the pitcher. Nicely done for the out. It's We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Smoked on the ground a second. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Up next for
The Marlins up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Diaz takes it in for the out. 2 down. Angel De Los Santos on to pitch here. He's into the game with the bases empty. And that's way high. 3-1 now. No question about this one. It's out of here. A solo shot. And they add to their lead. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. If there's a most predictable count to get a fastball, it's still 3 balls and 1 strike. I'll tell you what, that hitter was ready for it. He got his pitch, and he absolutely unloaded on it.
Fastball for a strike.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know what?
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Say goodbye to that one. Yordan Alvarez blasts one out. It's his 6th home run of the season. Now the Marlins manager.
For Miami, number 30, Luke Weaver.
Swings through that one out in front that time. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, well, you know, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway, here's Tyler O'Neill. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And now a man into scoring position. Man at second. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 down. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Man on second, 2 down. On the ground, right side. On to O'Hearn. Inning over. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Tyler Alexander.
And something to be aware of, the long ball has been a little bit of a problem for him this year.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Popped in the air out towards left center. And there's one away.
No, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
The 1-1. Action in the pen down there. A.J. Blueball getting ready to go. Wisniewski getting loose as well. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Liner caught it second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 down, nobody on. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. On the ground to third. Correa tosses to first. Out number 3. And 1-2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Down, ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. This one's smoked on its way out of here. Home run number 5 on the season, and they cut into the deficit.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way.
Nope, ball.
He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, yeah, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
And that one is lifted in the air. 1 down. And now it's Christian Walker. The 1-1. That's hard hit on the line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat.
No, ball.
That means you put a pretty good swing on it.
Hot shot to third. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the
Here's Jordan Alvarez.
left fielder, Jordan
Man at second.
Alvarez.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Walker around third. The throw in. Not in time. He scores. It's now 9-4. Ball to strike. The pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. 8th inning. We go to the 8th. Now the third baseman, Graham Pauley. Here's a 1-1. That's towards center. Then there's 1 down.
Up next for the Marlins, second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
In the air to left center. And there's 2 down. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and that'll do it. Back here in Houston, and here now is the Astros cleanup. Manager out of the
For Miami, number 65, Ryan Gusto.
nice grab. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Astros, the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Late with the swing there. The Fish leading by 5 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Sets him down on strikes. He's got to be frustrated with that call. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 2-2. To third. And it gets by him. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. But he's in there easily.
Up next for the Astros.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
One out. Runner at second. Jose Altuve now at the plate. Oh, he doesn't get the call.
That's a ball.
2-2. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Up next for the Astros, catcher, Giants.
Man on second, 2 down. Diaz
What you got?
tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he won around. Rule to swing. Next offering popped in the air, right field, and that is that. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Josh Hader.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Miguel Andujar. This one in the air, right field. Dives, and he can't hang on. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Marlins.
Here's the catcher, Liam Hicks. So now a pinch hitter for the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. A runner at first for him, nobody out. Way inside. That one found hard the other way. Andujar gets his lead at first, nobody out. What a stop. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins.
The designated hitter, Connor Norby.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Rhys Hoskins. Good opportunity for him first and second with nobody out. Stays alive. Hader. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big time benefit. On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one to Walker, and that's two.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Jacob Marcy, the next up for the Marlins. This one in the air, center field. Myers on the move. And that's the third out. One left. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. 3-1 is on the way. Fastball for a strike. That one misses.
Ball four, take your base.
Leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
On the ground to third, might be two. Here's Edwards for one. They get the double play, and just one out to go now. Back to the top of the order. Next is the designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. And that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it. 9-4 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.